What's up, guys? Knight's Tempest here. We are making some more progress in Satisfactory today. Hopefully, we are going to complete our Crystal Oscillator automation project that we are totally going to be doing today. And I have been playing around with the blue printer. As you can tell, and we are going to see what we can get accomplished today. Just need to make a quick little post before we get started, so bear with me. There we go. There's that. Copy that. Also, I'm at the tail end of getting over a cold, so you have to bear with me. Post here. And post. Sweet. All right. Now that the obligatory stuff is done, let's see what we can get done today, shall we? Gotta move my chair first. Half second, if I can. Yeah, there we go. Nothing like shaking the entire desk. Alright, so load. So between episodes, I kind of built this monstrosity, and it won't let me decorate the bottom layer of walls here, so it's gonna be a smidge ugly. But basically, this takes in 210 iron ore and spits out 15 reinforced iron plates per minute. So we've got all these smelters going at 100%, so they're not overclocked or slooped or nothing. A little bit of wasted space on the bottom floor, but it's alright. Then up here, we're making iron plates overclocked at 200%. And we are making more iron plates. And we're making a whole bunch of screws, just using the cast iron screw recipe. So, and as you can see, our screws go up directly from the manufacturer, not manufacturers, the constructors from here, straight up to the next floor. Then they all get merged here. Which, hang on. Might need to be Mark 4, actually. Now Mark 3 would be alright, because that's 250, and these move 270 minutes, so should be alright. So these merge on this floor, get pumped into here, the plates move in here, get pumped into here, and spit out 15 iron plates per minute using the bolted iron plate recipe. Then goes from here on the third floor goes down here, and oh, there we go, goes down here into this other floor hole. So it goes from one floor hole to another, straight downstairs, and into this output. So it's a little modular factory blueprint that I made. Just kind of fiddling around with stuff off stream. Well, really, off camera, really. Spent a couple of hours playing around with the blueprinter. Came up with this, and figured I could use similar blueprints for making other stuff, but haven't really gone and done that yet. Quick little update on stuff, as I've been on in between episodes fiddling around with how structures look and all that kind of good stuff, and realized I built too many platforms for my train. So I might leave these, might change these, might delete these last two, because don't think I'm going to need that much throughput. We're going to hop on this train and it'll take us over to our rocket fuel power plant. And I will show you guys what I did, even though I did make a community post about it. A little update. But I want to show you guys what I did in video. Still proud of this little one-way train line, or should I say a linear train line that I made, because it just goes back and forth. Yeah, it took me like 3-4 hours to make the exterior changes to the build. I know the conveyor belts don't really look super great, but it's going more for function over form, so. Alright, hop out. In fact, there we go, that's the one. Get a little buffer going on. Yeah, purposefully did the top a couple floors different. Also, yeah, that was a little bit of a visual glitch. But I kind of encased the entire building and tried to pretty it up a little bit. probably the only factory I've done this to. Can't remember exactly how long it took. That's gonna bug me if I don't fix that. Is it? Yeah. There we go. Trying to remember my buttons now. Yeah, there we go. That's better. So we're gonna need to go, I think it's in here? No. One floor down. There we go. Also, just kind of left this for quick access, so I don't have to exit the building. But, did add a couple of things. Did a semi-automated, production line, where this was going to be a whole bunch of containers for holding aluminum casings, and these were for the heavy modular frames. And since I already had these set up, I thought, screw it, might as well use these. So I had these making heavy modular frames, using the stuff we had already set up, and using materials we've already had going. And just been dumping them into storage here. So we have a few of these. Few cooling systems, and a couple of these as well, fused modular frames. So we're going to take these out of there. And we're probably going to go ahead and take 4 stacks of these. Put those in there. And this is basically what I did to make those fused modular frames. And since I already had all the supplies hooked up, all I had to do was to do exactly this, which is exactly why I didn't record it. So it just goes in here, splitter, splitter, into these two. Exact same thing here. Takes all the stuff I put in there, splits it out between these two. Makes the fused modular frames, and uses the nitrogen we already have pumped in to make our nitro rocket fuel for our power plant, and just uses that to make those. Same thing with this stuff here. Uses motors and heat sinks. So, you know, obviously, since I'm making a crap ton of motors and have a plant automating heat sinks, I just go grab a whole bunch of heat sinks because I don't have a uploader for that yet. And we just bring it over here, dump it all in there, and let it cook for a little while. So we're gonna take a couple stacks of this. I think I'll have to, yeah, let's go ahead and take all those. And I just let that run while I was building all this external stuff, which is why I have so much of it. So, the goal here is to make an automated crystal oscillator setup, which we will do, hopefully this episode, but if I keep forgetting my buttons, it's going to take a while. But what we're going to do is we're going to make as much headway as we can with the particle enrichment milestone up there. Because I would like to get some nuclear power going. Because we're going to have to make nuclear pasta, as you see up there. Or those pressure conversion cubes. Pretty sure that's nuclear pasta up there. We need to make 100 of those. If it's not the pressure conversion cubes. I haven't really... It's been a while, so... Kind of forgot what we need. But with that little modular factory I made, I can just grab those 2 iron nodes back there. Had those making stuff. And then we got a pure Caterium node over there. We can, make something for that. Have that turn into a Caterium wire or something like that. And have that be making cable or something like that for a part. We need to make turbo motors as well. We need turbo motors to make Mark III miners. Oh yeah, I also built onto our factory right up here. So I took, I upgraded these down here. So all 3 of these are Mark III miners now, so they're spitting out 480 per minute. And I added 1 or 2 extra smelters and overclocked those as well. So I'm spitting out way more iron. I think like double the iron now. And the reason being is because all of these are running super inefficiently. So I now have them running super efficiently. Well, as efficiently as I can. And I'm using the pipes and the wire and all that stuff up here on this level. Which I know isn't the most polished thing, but, it's a work in progress. Got these making modular frames. They're like 15 a minute. Have those pumping out here to these 2. Well, not these 2, but these 2 are making stators. And feeding into this thing, which are making electromagnetic control rods. And these are getting the AI limiters from these 2. Literally just went out to my AI limiter factory, grabbed a whole bunch of them, put 2 industrial containers full of them in there, and just let it rip. Because we're going to need those for a couple of these different recipes that we're going to need for more advanced parts. But I did have this assembler over here making electromagnetic control rods as well, but these are slooped. So I kind of have a few more. Just a couple more of those electromagnetic control rods. So we've got a couple. Which is good, because we're going to need a whole bunch of those. But I do want to make an automated factory that just, can do stuff even without me having to reload stuff. So we're going to go ahead and dump those in there. 2,500 Caterium, or Caterium wire, or quick wire. Pretty sure I've got all that in here somewhere. Probably dump all that in there and see what we've got. There's some more. Alright, so now we just need the 50 turbo motors, which we need... What do we need for those turbo motors? Here we go. So we got a recipe that needs electromagnetic control rods, radio control units, which require crystal oscillators, and computers, I believe. Rotors and motors. So for the... Where are the radio control... I think I went right by it. Or did I not? Could search for it. Might be a little bit faster. Ah, there we go. Radio control unit. So it either takes computers, which doesn't make them too fast, or takes crystal oscillators, aluminum casings, which I think the other one takes aluminum casings as well. It does. It just doesn't require as many. But main difference, instead of computers, it takes rubber and circuit boards. And puts out a higher amount, so it puts out 2 per minute more, which is good. So first step is to create a crystal oscillator factory, then create... We've already got circuit boards going, so we literally just need rubber and aluminum casings, which last episode we made the aluminum factory, which is still going strong, by the way. And the reason why I want particle enrichment, not only because it clears out tier 8, but also unlocks particle enrichment, which means we can refine nuclear waste into plutonium fuel rods, which we can sink those so we don't just irradiate the planet. See, that is pressure conversion cubes. So what was that right in calling that nuclear pasta, or was that pressure conversion cubes? I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it. Pretty sure that's just pressure conversion cubes, not nuclear pasta. No, that was nuclear pasta. I was correct. You need pressure conversion cubes in order to make nuclear pasta. Got it. But yeah, this is the first time I've gotten this far, so you have to bear with the bit of stumbling about and trying to figure stuff out. Right, first things first, crystal oscillators. Gotta focus up. So I need to dump... Keep accruing so much stuff. So we're gonna leave that the way that is. Ah, here we go. Dump some concrete in there. There we go. Dump deuterium wire in there as well. We're gonna just put all that in there. Alright, cool. And the rest of it, since we're making a crap ton of it, we can just dump it. Dump it for points. And clear up inventory at the same time. There we go. Speed of points. We got 42 coupons. I was about to say tickets. But 42 coupons. And if I remember correctly, we basically have everything in the Awesome Shop. Everything except for the trophies. Yeah, we have all the building stuff that we can buy. Obviously, there's stuff like radiation filters and stuff like that, which I have bought a couple stacks of. You know, we can buy all kinds of stuff. But on the roof up here, which I've encased in walls, and just left more crap laying around. Yeah, so we need quartz crystals, cables, reinforced iron plates to make crystal oscillators. So realistically, I can belt in cable from the copper factory next door, ramp up mining so I can produce spare cable for this manufacturer, and then just is there any quartz nearby? I don't think there's any quartz nearby. Let's kind of zoom out and see. I think closest quartz is the quartz we've already got running over here somewhere. Yeah. So it's going to be that one. It's going to be the closest one. There's an impure node there. And there's a pure one right back there. So basically we're going to have to belt in quartz from like a built highway and just like belt that crap in here. And since I'm not going to be using this stuff right now, I might leave the motors up here though, and then just take that down. Yeah, computers, crystal oscillators, all that kind of fun stuff. So this, yeah, we got the alclad sheets, which I was dumping into here. We'll go ahead and do that so we can just keep making heat sinks. There we go. Basically have an infinite amount of these now. Obviously, you know, production of them per minute is limited, but the amount we can produce is infinite. Right. Let's take a couple of those, a couple stacks of those, and we'll upload those to the old cloud. We'll get all this. We'll get this floor cleaned up. Might even get this floor moved up one or two, or just get rid of that sink, or just move it up here, and then just belt all of our sink stuff from downstairs through the wall up here, and then raise this roof tile to accommodate for our awesome sink. That's probably what we're gonna do, actually. Do that later. We're gonna get crystal oscillators going. One thing at a time, Knights. One thing at a time. Also built that just so it just doesn't look like it's just sitting there floating. It's actually supported by something. Didn't do anything for it on this end yet, but it's something. It's something. Right, so this is capped out at 300 per minute. I think I have enough stuff. Yeah, got just enough stuff to upgrade this miner. So we can cap this out. That's a 480. And what we can do is we can make another platform out this way a little bit. split this off of here. Raise that up, go over here, go into another batch of smelters. Have that stuff smelt into ingots. Have a couple of constructors constructing it into cable, and then have the cable go straight into that building there for manufacturing into crystal oscillators. Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna do. Right, and since we do not have since we don't have computers being manufactured over by our other plant anymore, for the minute anyway. Oh, don't know why I did that. We're gonna have to build another factory to make computers in the same area. Now we can keep our supercomputers going. And I'm just doing this so we can get production going again. For a little bit anyway. Take some plastic as well. Go ahead and put a couple stacks of plastic in there. There we go. Now, as long as stuff isn't too backed up, it should jumpstart supercomputer production again. Get some of that stuff going. Right, I'm just gonna run along this top belt. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, there's all that plastic going in there. We got computers lining up. Ah, we're full, that's why. So we'll go ahead and take a few stacks of this. There we go. Probably put those supercomputers in storage, because we're gonna need a bunch of those later. Right, whole point I went over here. The whole point I went over here is I'm making all the quartz crystal we need right here. Only thing is that everything's jammed up because I've got a metric crap ton of these circuit boards just chilling. Making way more than I can use right now. I've also got a couple of storage containers worth of quick connectors as well, so I can make thermo generation plants. So stick them on geysers, generate geothermal power, which is part of the reason why my power fluctuates a little bit. So we went from 22k megawatts to almost 90,000 megawatts, or 90 gigawatts if you prefer. So realistically, we can just we can just grab belt, which I know I could just like drone that crap out or something. Which, yeah, I probably could. But then I have to worry about fuel and the logistics of getting fuel out here. All that kind of nonsense. Yeah, do I have a blueprint for this? Nope. Nope. Well, I've got that. Forgot I made a belt bus. Yeah, let's go and do Mark 3s, because why not? Right, so we will just go ahead and use our blueprinter, 2x2 belt bus. Get that puppy spun around. Auto connect. Alright, so we'll use this auto connect feature. Only problem is the terrain. It's the only problem. Terrain's always the problem. So we'll try and remedy the issue. Yeah, that looks about right. So change it to zoop mode. Alright, we'll see how that works, huh? Oh yeah, I built that higher. It's like 3 high. Turn on snapping mode. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Not gonna work. Not like that. Alright, so we'll try this. Go further down, probably like right about there maybe. And 2x2 belt bus. Alright, lock that in place. Yeah, it looks halfway decent. They'll connect to the bottom one, which is A-okay. Because then we can connect, oh, I don't know, maybe circuit boards or something. Get it hooked up on another belt. And, you know, we could also belt other stuff out as well. Or we could delete one of these and reverse the belt direction, or build another bus going the opposite direction to belt other stuff out here. That kind of thing. Right, so just do this, kind of put all of that on level playing field, as it were. And just kind of nudge that back in there. Man, it looked pretty, but Now we can make it look prettier. There we go. Done. So now, in theory, we can do a little bit of a connection there. With our conveyor poles. Kind of do it as a little slope down and keep going out that way. Actually, we're going to go ahead and build this up one more. There we go. Now we can just do this right here. Then do the same on the other side there. So that we change elevation without it looking all kind of wonky. Yeah, our problem is we're going to lose our hover back. You know what? We can try this real quick. Because the ground is just so unlevel. Put 3 going up that way. And I wonder if it'll let us stack on top of that. Just stack the blueprint right on top of that. Gonna guess that's gonna be a no. Well, it's worth a try. Come on. So what if we do this? Too far back. Got it. Oh, the whole point was to do this. So we can do a little half nudge over. Yeah, it's gonna look ugly. Ugly, ugly. I would like to put these underground, but that's not a thing in this game, so. I don't really know of a game like this where underground is a thing. Yeah, that doesn't really work. Copy that. Too bad you can't just go down with it. You can only go up, no down. I mean, that kind of works. It's a bit jank, but kind of works. I mean, at least it won't be in space. I mean, that looks like it's in space, but... we're trying. Well, that's definitely one way I can do it better. Yeah, that's gonna work out so much better. It's gonna look so much better as well, because it'll actually be lined up. Yeah, it actually looks like it's on the ground. Alright, cool. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright. Alright, let's keep her going. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, boy. That'll do. And you always get the rough sketch built out first before you start doing the drawing. Mark V belts are gonna be a bit overkill, but rather be slightly overkill than not enough kill, yeah. In a manner of speaking, anyway. And then we can turn it around that rock. If I can find a place to stand. There we go. There we go. There's our auto connect feature. So it'll connect us up. Then we'll make a little corner. Go go this way. Yeah, we'll bring it this way. Spin that thing around. Oh, of course I don't have enough iron rods. Do I not have something feeding iron rods into the system somewhere? I'm gonna guess probably no. Take a couple stacks somewhere. Should be plenty. Kind of handcraft a couple of these. Oh, shouldn't have to. We won't have to handcraft a couple of those actually, because we can just do this. Delete that. Actually, since that's going down right there, I can just say screw it and just do this. Don't know why I deleted that in the first place, because I forgot I had it feeding all the way down to this one on the ground. And the only reason why I don't have something feeding to a dimensional depot is because I didn't have a spare Mercer sphere for that. I do now in storage, surprisingly enough. Just kind of push that out that way. Not a window. That's the one. Yeah, that'll be plenty. Didn't have to handcraft them after all. Oh yeah, there's iron right here. I could... No, I didn't want to mine that. 2 impure nodes I could use for something. Don't know what, but for something. Just far enough away for me to fall through the cracks. Alright, so we will turn that around towards that way. Go vertical with that. We'll actually start going up with it here. Then whenever we make the final turn, just whenever we make the final turn in, we'll make all this at the final height for that top top one right there. Not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Okay. Ah. Network dropping frames like a mother. Of course. Of course, we having network problems. Righto. We'll let this ride out. See if OBS will level itself out. I don't know what that yellow was. Because our bit rate is all over the place.